VAPI is one of the best AI agent platform on the planet. If you would like to build any application that involves voice calling, VAPI is probably the go-to platform. In this video, I'll give you a complete overview of VAPI, how it works, and what you can build efficiently with it. Let's get started. So normally when you get to the VAPI platform, you first see the landing page, of course. You have to create an account, which is pretty simple. So I will not be going through these phases here. But yeah, when you finish creating your account, you end up here, okay? And this is your dashboard. First of all, you will see this dashboard here. It will be empty for me because this is a new workspace. And yeah, so when you will be calling and doing things, you will see it on this workspace here. First of all, you can go here, create more workspaces, create a workspace on browse your workspace, manage your billing, adding your credit card. You can also add some coupon. You have a $10 free wallet. You can add your credit card here, and yeah, and much more. You can invite members. So if you're working with a team, you can actually invite other people from your team from this section. You can change some few things on your organization here and other. You can get your API keys here and create some API keys that you'll be using because VAP is actually made to be used as an API platform. So you can use the API keys. You can get your API keys here, private and public. And you can actually fill up your own providers here, but we'll come to this phase a bit later. So let's first start by going to the platform phase. So you'll maybe have it closed that way. And here you have the platform tab. And when you click on platform, you have the assistant, you have the phone number, you have the file, you have the tool, you have the blocks, and you have the squad. And here you have the voice library. I'll just go through it quickly. Here you will test many voices from many providers. Here, Development Lab, Play HD, Nets, and others. But I think the best way to test this voice is to go directly to your platform, and you will find voices on your platform that will not find here. So, for me, directly go to the provider platform and test your voices there. Okay. So now after this, you have the logs. The logs is for every call you make. It will appear here, or with the recording, with the transcript, and yeah, with a small stat about the call. Same for API requests. It will be up. It will happen here. As you see, we have already some API requests because we are going through the platform and doing things. And when you create an account, it makes some API requests as well. So you will see all your call stack for all your API requests here. Same for webhook requests. We don't have any webhook for the moment, so we have nothing here. So now when you go to the assistant platform, you will see the create assistant button. You see documentation. I hope this documentation is going somewhere. Great. So here you'll see a bit how to work with this. You can just click on up next and see the code path or the coding way to do things with it, with this assistant. And yeah, but I will not be going through the coding part of the platform, but only the visual part of the platform. So we can just create an assistant here. You can do it with the API as well, but you can just create it here. Let's say customer support. It's called Ava, and we create assistant. So you see it here. We have GPT 5.3.52. I think GPT 4.0 is better in terms of voice. They have Cartesia, but I think Eleven Lab is better. So yeah. So now you can choose custom voices as well. And when you choose a custom voice from Eleven Lab, you click here on add the voice ID manually. You paste your voice ID here. Let's say I paste this one, for example. And you click on publish. If it can fetch the ID, it will fetch it. Otherwise, it will give you an error. So here, for example, I have a custom voice from the platform that's not listed here. Okay. So now here you will have a tab that looks like this. The first part here is your cost structure. So you'll see here the VAPI cost, the deep gram, the transcriber cost. So if you change here to maybe, let's say Azure is a bit cheaper. Oh, sorry. Azure is actually expensive and bad at the same time. Anyway, you have yeah, some other provider that may be cheaper than the provider you have at the moment. I think DeepGram is far more better. It's far better than all other providers out there for the speech to text transcription. So apart from that, you have the voice here. You have so many providers: Cartesia, Eleven Lab, PlayHT, OpenAI, Azure. So if you click on OpenAI, for example, you'll see that the voice from OpenAI a bit less expensive. Where is it? Here. Then the voice from Eleven Lab. They're not that bad, but I feel like the voice from Eleven Lab are a bit more realistic. And keep in mind that this seems cheap, but it adds up quite like quickly. So if you just let's make a quick calculation. So let's say you have this per minute and you are implementing it into a facility that has like 100 calls per day, and your call is usually 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes per so in average 3 minutes you'll have 100 per 3 minutes, so it's like 300 minutes every single day. So you just make, multiply it by 0.12 and you multiply it by 31, you will have around, if I'm not wrong, 1,000 or more than 1,000. If I'm not wrong, let me just quickly do the math. Then 3, then 100, and 31. Yeah, roughly a thousand, roughly 1,000 or more. So it add up quite quickly. So if you can cut costs here, would be really great. So we can choose a voice that match your use case, but it's a bit cheaper. But let me just tell you that here, this cost here will never change unless VAPI change your cost. So this 0.05, which is kind of half of your cost, will be going to VAPI. Okay, so yeah. With that said, here you have latency. Latency is like how long the AI will take to respond. So you first have in the process, you have when the voice is coming, you have the speech to text going through DeepGram, which is pretty fast. Then you have the model, the data going to OpenAI, and the OpenAI has kind of latency. And then the biggest latency you have right now is going through text to speech, like saying it back to the user. You have like 1,200 milliseconds in that latency here, and here you have the the platform. Maybe it's via web or via phone. I think via phone is a bit more than that. Yeah, via phone is far more than that. Yeah, so you have to keep that in mind as well when you're working with in a specific cases. Some case when the AI takes a long time to respond, the user may just go. So you need to take that into account as well. With that said, you have some other configurations here, additional configuration for the voice, the stability, the clarity. And I feel like this makes it a bit more interesting for you to work with VAPI, because this can change how stable your voice are, how good your voices are compared to other platforms. And you also have background noises here. For other providers have far more better list of background noises, but here you just have the Office and the default one, which is still nice, but yeah, not that huge in terms of as a list. So here now you have the functions. So functions are actually what the AI is calling to perform a specific task. It can be simply booking an appointment. It can be logging like customer details. It can be sending back the response to a CRM or something like that. So you have to do that with tools, and these tools you create them using the tool here. And yeah, connecting to your call, and then these tools is actually called or mentioned in the prompt. So you have to say in your prompt that when this happened, call this tool. And sometimes the AI breaks there and do not call. So you need to do a lot of prompt engineering to have to get a better result out of that. But in general, yeah, this is how you do it. So you have some other predefined functions here, like enable end function and dial keypad and forwarding calls, which are pretty good as well. Yeah, but in general, this is where you actually plug these tools. Okay, so now you have the advanced tab. So this advanced tab is for you, like for example here for the privacy. So if you work in the medical space, the HIPAA compliance is important. So you will not have to record people and keep this kind of information. So you'll have to toggle this and not get any recording at all. And here you have like the wait seconds, the amount of time that AI will wait before speaking. So if you're actually like talking and you stop for this amount of time, the AI will consider, okay, it's my turn now and will speak. So you have to switch it here, or you can just leave the base value. I think it's 0.2, if I'm not wrong. Same for all of these other features. It's mainly made for the speaking, the AI actually talking. You have here same made for the stop speaking plan. So here, for example, you will say, okay, when a customer say like 5 words, you should stop, because you have a race between your AI talking and the customer talking, and you have to specify when is the AI actually stopping so that the customer continue talking. And then here you can just put it at 0. So whenever the customer start talking, the AI will stop. I think it's better that way. Yeah, you have to call timeout. This is pretty important because if you leave this pretty long, let's say like, I don't know, this long, you will drain your tokens. So someone can just call your agents and don't say nothing, just leave it there, and you'll be burning your credits, burning your money. So yes, you have to keep this as low as possible to make sure that okay, your credit's not being burned. Yes. So and here you have much more parameters. I don't think these are kind of important, but sometimes you have to set them, like the voicemail message, for example, or the end call message. Yeah. So with that said, let's go to the analysis tab, and this analysis tab helps you to get a bit more out of the call. You can have like this summary or this block here help you summarize your call, or just extract some information at the end. So this happens when you finish the call, and maybe you need to extract some key information from the call to feed it to maybe a CRM or something. So here you'll put the prompt to do that. It can be just a transcription or some more advanced things. So you have to do it here. And here, for example, it's just some stats. So this is just for you to test your LLM to make sure, okay, if the success evaluation is that you book an appointment completely and everything went through, you need to write it here. So VAPI can actually, at the end of the call, like go through the transcript and make sure that your success evaluation is fulfilled or is made. So you can have it here as percentage or as checklist or something like that. But in any case, you have to put it there as prompt. And same here when you have to extract structured data from the call, you put your prompt here. Okay. So let's quickly go to the next phase, which is here the phone number. So you can buy a phone number for $2 per month, or you can import one from Studio Phonics. So these are the two ways to do this. And if you wanna do SIP truncation, they have a specific documentation. I think it's in their Discord. You need to go there and learn a bit more and do it. You can do it at least. So that's the thing. Yeah. So with that said, here is where you upload to your knowledge base. So this is where, like, if you're working with, I don't know, a website or a business, you have to extract all your knowledge, put it in a specific document, PDF, text, doc, whatever, and upload it in VAPI here. So I think it's not really rich, and it makes sense because you need to integrate this via API. So this is just a simple interface for you to play with. But yeah, the only thing you can do here is upload documents. You cannot upload website or many other things. So yes, here's a tool. And if you click on tool, you have to put a custom integration. So this integration can be maybe end-to-end. You have to put your server URL here, maybe Meg, maybe go high level. But if you want to create a tool, you have to do it with external servers or external automation tools, right? Or workflow tools. Compared to other provider where you directly have some pre-made tools for VAPI, you need to create them yourself. So block here is a better way of prompting your AI voice agent. So for example, you have different cases. So you have a pathway where you first say, okay, say hello, and then if this happened, go to this, and this happened, go to this. This helps you structure your conversation, okay? So if you're in some industry where the conversation is quite structured, this is a game changer. It's really great. I think they're still better. And yeah, so I can just create one here. So click on new block, you say hello block, like the first block. You'll be saying, I don't know, you just put the prompt here, like, hey, great color warmly and everything. And then now you can go back and add a new step, and say it's a conversation step, and you can now link the steps. Conversation step like this. You can now link them this way, or you just do this like this. Okay. So, and now the precondition for switching from this node to this node is actually here. So you click on this and you put here when the user asks to book an appointment, for example. Okay. So, and then this will happen. Okay, it will go to this next node and handle it better than a complete prompt, because in the prompt, the A will be lost, for example. So they will start saying things that you shouldn't say, or going in a step that you didn't explicitly ask for. And yeah, I think the pathway is a better way to structure your conversation with the AI. So the squad as well is pretty interesting. It's for you to have this kind of transfer into different assistants. So let's say you design an assistant wide, like pretty well to do specific things. Like for example, the general assistant that will just help you give more information out there. Like, hey, this is the company, this is what we are doing, and everything. And then you have appointment booker or appointment setter that actually does a different way or different things. So you have to link them to your squad. It's like transferring from general assistant to the appointment booking assistant, and that's pretty cool here as well. Yeah, so I just wanted to do this quick overview and show you a bit the platform in general. So I hope you learned a bit more about VAPI, and yeah, I'll be doing the same for retail and showing you how to build things on top of VAPI with API. So if you find this interesting, don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next one. Peace.